Hello everyone, how are you this evening? Now this is what I mean. See, in this x-ray, there's 1, 2, 3 abnormal, what looks to be circles or holes. This was taken in August of 2009. Now, this here is the other side, and you see 1, 2, 3 holes still. Now, they're not quite lined up perfectly, but they're not supposed to be there at all. If you see what I mean, Now, this here is a view of both of them, but it's harder to see, but it's just not normal, alright? Now, I'm getting also more than one disc of the actual x-rays themselves too. The reason for that is to compare them. Now, this was June 16th, just a few weeks ago. Now, this is the side view of my neck. In head. See? Now you can still see the back part is the damaged part, which is what I'm pointing out here. Alright. See, it's right in there that all the damage is, alright. That should have paralyzed me. Or anyone for that matter. And see, none of that is normal in the back, Now, I think this is the pelvis view, but they're still not showing the bone, alright? They're just showing the muscle. Which really is strange, See these holes? That's a big fucking hole. that. Not supposed to be there. This is from, I think, all these aren't supposed to be there. And now it's reduced to 2, but is it healing? What's going on? But there still aren't supposed to be any holes in my head. So, let's look at this one. Now this is back from March 2nd. And this is, again, the small of the back, right? Now you know that's not normal. That would explain my pain. This here is my hand to determine if I have arthritis. Right. Or carpal tunnel, actually. That's the left. And this is the right. Now this here is the muscle and stuff like that. So again, the first one in 2004. This is examination of the left hip, which again, the tear shape ain't normal. The turned in of the pelvis is not normal. Another view. See the small tear right there. Now you see the circle in the tear. Now it does have a little odd shape right in here. That's not quite a tear, but sort of like a little house, sort of, right in here. And then, but it's also kind of like the yin and yang a little bit too. Now, here you see fractures in the right side as well, but the right side don't even really hurt that much. And again, you see where the break was somehow healed in that area. Now, normally when you break that area, they gotta somehow get it to come back together too. I don't know. This is the other view of the sacrum, but again, still not clear. Not clear. Now, see, I'm wondering also why they're not doing what should be a backwards view. Now, this here looks all messed up right there. Right. And it's not a turd, right? Because you can tell when it's a stool, right? This here is what the pelvis on the left side and right side should look like, right? Right there. That's not normal. So who's lying? They're lying. They know that would paralyze anyone. So now we come to the tailbone again. And my question is, see, that's a stool, but this here is still not normal, and this here, alright. The stool is really blocking view, alright. But you can see a disconnect right in this little area here. There's supposed to be a bone connection there that you see on the right side, but not the left. And here's the big tear again, all in here, alright. On another slide on another date. And again, you see all this is normal, and this is broken off, almost forming a U, upside down U. And see, this here is over a centimeter, really. Now, I got my little ruler over there, but I ain't worried about that. But you can see what I mean here, alright? This does not take a rocket scientist to understand pain in this area causes you to react differently than you did before the pain, no matter who you are. Now, if you're not paralyzed, that's a miracle too, alright? And the rest of it you've done seen. So that's the point as well. Alright. But again, it also looks like that part is getting worse, not better, not better. Now, certain CDs ain't playing on my laptop for some reason, like the Memorial one, the Effingham County one, and the Verbatim. It was playing at first, but now it's not. I might have to go to the library or something. We'll see. Now this only shows one side, but it's enough to make the point, right? So again, you can almost see a hole that this side is not normal, and you can tell this side, the C1 and C2 right there, they're not supposed to be bent at that angle. No. They're supposed to be in alignment from here on out, right? In alignment. Mine looks bent, and right in here, that's where they said the facet was. This is the C2 and C3. This is what locked together at the car accident. Now, if this was just locked, right, according to the accident report, the car accident report, that's all they noted, right? It's still locked, right? But what's going on is I'm functioning normally, right, with minimum pain. Now it's getting a little bit painful the older I get, but not until now. So again, you see the lock facets. This is what a lock facet is. On the side of the neck. Not the front, not the back, the side. The side. And this here is bent down and backwards too, alright? That is called a hangman's fracture, right? That's also a fracture where the C1 and C2 was compressed down. Right? Let's see if I can magnify this in. Yeah, there we go. See all that? Mm-hmm. That's where the lock facet mentioned in the car accident occurred. Right. Now let's go up here. So you still see little holes, right? Where there should be no holes. Right in there, right in there. So anyway, that's that one. This here is another memorial of the cervical spine and the lumbar. This is the MRI without contrast. Now they didn't want to give me one with contrast. I wonder why. Now, this here is really bent over at almost looks like a 35 to a 45 degree angle, and that again is not normal. Now that's why I feel pain in my lower back, buttholes. That's why I went on disability after trying to work for 2 years, right? And can't handle even a delivery job now. Now, this one here is just a downward view of the pelvis, but you still only can't really tell anything. And see, this should be a side view like the neck, right? Not an up and down view. You can't tell anything here. And that's why I'm a little mad. And I want another one, but right. But you can still see the obstruction. This here is probably still the pelvis, but there isn't one here, right? It's supposed to be, this is the left side, right? This is the right, see? And, see all that? See how this is abnormal? Those are kidneys. And see, this starts to show something, but you see my kidneys, my lungs, and my back muscles, but it don't show enough. Alright. See? Right. What is all that? What is all that? The muscles. This here is the bone. Alright. This is the side view. And this is going down, but not far enough. And this is the cervical spine with contrast, without contrast. This is their version of instead of the Navy's version, but they're the same version. Now we're focusing on the back, not the front, which is the bad side. Now, my point is, something is helping me to believe, even though these injuries are there, that it doesn't bother me, right? And it's not bothering me. But I do feel pain in it that I didn't feel before the car accident or the 3-story fall. It also caused me sleeping problems and also things of that nature. Now this here is again the pelvis, though for some reason it's with the spine, but again it still don't really show you anything, and that's the problem too. the hell you just search the hell you back to the neck again. Alright, so that's all we got here. Now, I know they're lying. The reason is, they're saying imaging of cervical spine demonstrates loss of normal cervical lordosis with straightening. Maro's signal is benign. The cord shows normal morphology and signal intensity. Paraspinosis, soft tissue are unremarkable. There is mid-ridging and minimal left facet hypertrophy. There is no central canal or foraminal stenosis. L4 and L5 within normal limits. Broad-based ridging with the right paracentral predominance and unconvertible joint atrophy is noted. There is small right paracentral disc protrusion. There is no central canal stenosis. The foramina are patent. Minimum ridging is present, otherwise within normal limits. C-7-T1 within normal limits. Impression: multi-level degenerative changes of the cervical spine as detailed above, most significant at C5, C6 levels. So there is a problem of degenerative changes, right? From the car accident, of course. And that's the only other accident I've been in, alright. So if I'm noting it at the, this compares to L1 to L2 to L3 within normal limits, L3 to L4, there's L5 and L6, which is what I was showing you on the earlier document. Right. That's broad-based. That's where the problem is. But they're lying about the C6 to 7 because C5 and C6 have the degenerative changes, right? So, yeah. Alright. keep it pointing out to. So this is going back to a different view of the C spine. This one is from Memorial. Alright. Now this is from May 23rd, 2017. And see again, you see holes right in here. Now it also looks like they're what? Healing. See that? See that? That ain't supposed to be there. This is where your ear is, right here. That's your ear. That's not supposed to be there. Now, this hole might be normal, but these are not. That hole ain't supposed to be there. Now, that's again. Look. Here, alright. This here is the hangman's fracture I have. Right in here, you can still see the fracture, right? And you can see this here is not where it's supposed to be either. Now, this here is the side, which is where the lock facet is right here, right? This here is the C-2 and C-3, which is locked, but also the C-4 and C-3 too. I don't know. And this here looks compressed. This here looks sort of also pushed down, almost like I was also hit in the neck. Right. Now, I don't know if a windshield alone can cause that kind of damage. Right. Now, there do seem to be a little shadow of a hole there. Right. So let's go back up. But there's a hole here, right? One there. These holes aren't supposed to be there, right? And this was just taken a few weeks ago. Back in May. See? None of that is what? No. Now, the only logical explanation is what? They're healing. The holes in my head are there, but they also seem to be healing somehow. The bone itself. That's what I mean. So, here's the sinus report again. Back in 2009. Now, there's a reason you need to see that. To show you the comparison here, alright? And it's both sides this time, alright? So let's look again at the larger view. So you see, here is a shadow. This here is the ear canal. But this here is where your canal is. Not up here, here. And this hole is not supposed to be there. And that hole. Alright. That's a hole. Now this here, right in here, this is messed up. This here is messed up. Now this here might be the knot behind my ear. I'm not sure. It should be right in here, right in there. See right there, that should be the what they call the swivel of the C1, right here. That's where I feel the knot behind my head. So here's the second image. But see the difference too. Now, here, there's no knot, but there's still a hole right here, right there. It's also hard to see the ear on this side versus the other side, but it's probably right in here. So there's a little hole right there and right there that ain't supposed to be there. Now this here also looks angled at a back angle, right? Like this here is supposed to be straight in alignment. It's not. It's not. So again, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Beat that, Keanu. And here you see the lightning bolt, if you will. A real lightning bolt goes what? Straight down and up, not zigzag, not zigzag. So that means someone hit me right here in the forehead. Shaved my left eyebrow off, put my hand into some glass or something to cover up a physical assault of a weapon similar to an aluminum bat. Straight to the head. That's what I'm proving here. Right. I don't know who the attacker was. Right. That's an attack. And there are holes where there should not be holes. Right. So yeah. Now we're going back to the Navy with this one here.